Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sheesh. All right. You hear me? No, it's not calling for double trouble. All right, all right, all right. That's how we gonna do it. All right, all right. That's how we gonna do. We're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's just for hearing. That's just for hearing. We can hear. All right. This is what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm that guy back at it again. This time we got double trouble up in the building. Introduce yourself.
I'm that guy. Um, next to I'm that guy.
You know what I'm saying? I'm that guy next to I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? Brother, I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that guy. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that guy. You know? And, bro, that guy, he done convinced me. He done convinced me. I didn't want to do this. Jubilee, you know what I'm saying? Being the ministers they are on YouTube, or being the antagonists they are on YouTube, you know, they're talking about black conservatives versus white liberals. I'm not gonna say too much because I'm probably gonna say a lot during this video. So let's just get into it.
Ground, and we want you to help us decide what the next 112 episodes will be. Join our Money Ground Patreon community and make Money Ground with us.
I was chosen to read the following prompt. White Americans have way more advantages than Black Americans.
I think I'm a rarity here.
It would seem so.
Do white Americans have more advantages because they're white, or do just white Americans have advantages because of historic factors? I think that people want to argue at the end of the day over whether it's because you're white or not. I think that the answer is because you're white in the past, and that's how it kind of carries over to today. You know, even in times of the United States history where black people have tried to build wealth, you know, with the Tulsa riots and everything, yes, where, yeah, that this wealth has been destroyed. And something that's upsetting to me is when conservatives talk about how we can't blame the past for what's happening in the present. That is true to some extent, but then the next breath they'll talk about how important it is to have dual parent households, how important it is to have a strong family, to have responsibility passed on from parent to child. And we've seen in the past that because of racial issues, that process has been severely disrupted.
The funny thing is that agreeing with all these things is when I did my research when I was younger, which arrived me to my standpoint of being a conservative, because I believed it was racist, Democrat, liberal ideologies and policies dating all the way back to the 1800s, all the way up to the 1960s, and then the purported big switch. But I think it was more so when Democrats decided to be a bit more cloak and dagger about their true opinions of black people and be more secretive and more, oh, we want to help you by doing these things and seeing them as inferior.
Doing what things?
Affirmative action, welfare, all sorts of things that eventually ruin our culture and place us where we are now.
So
but I want to get back to the history of it, because we're talking about.
Well, I just want to make sure we're clear. Giving them money hurt them, right? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yes, giving them, because if your father's out of the home, that's when we give you the money. If you're living in this housing,
so then give them the money while the dad's
rent-free.
Well, then give them the money while the dad's in the home.
If you're working this amount of hours and getting less than this amount of dollars, you're getting money from the government. Yes, it is incentivizing.
You're throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
I don't even know what that means in this scenario, because yes,
you're
okay, you want to talk about throwing babies out with the bathwater? Margaret
for
Sanger wanted to exterminate the black race because she thought they were weeds. So yeah, we can literally talk about throwing the baby out with the bathwater. That's what Margaret Sanger, that's what Democrat policies wanted to do to my people. So that's why I feel so strongly about it, because it is these policies that date back centuries that were built off of the death and poverty of my people.
Let's take a breath.
Sure. So, I'm breathing.
Okay.
So a lot of babies aren't, but I am, sadly.
I don't know what that means. When I say throw the baby out with the bathwater, you want to completely get rid of welfare, okay? Or at least I don't want to put that on you, you haven't said that, but the conservative apparatus does, clearly. So giving money to a group of people does not hurt them.
I mean, sure, if you're talking about a lottery, you just, hey, take money. But
yes,
there are strings attached to that money.
Take all the money.
There are strings attached
Give
to that
them millions. Make them all millionaires. I don't care.
What'd you say? Do this like a hobby, or like? I have no idea. Do they go to day-to-day jobs? Dude, that's a good question. That's a good question. Like, do these people like actually go out? Like,
I'm not going to work, then going to school, then researching about black people. After working school, I could care less.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not going to work, going to school, and then not even because I like history. I like researching about black people. That's what I like to do. I'm not gonna get on and start arguing. You know what I'm saying? To random people on the internet. You know what I'm saying? To find conclusions or some shit to some narrative I already put together in my head. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Care. Giving money to black people does not hurt them.
And that has
thinking
not
that-
happened, though. That has not happened.
What do you mean?
That has not happened.
No.
It hasn't been a
You're saying
reparations. It hasn't been this
so
or that.
what
It has
you're
been
saying,
a welfare program,
welfare
Great
was
Societies
designed.
Act that
Welfare
was built
was-
off of the idea of, hey, we get these families split up, we get these
So
people
then let
living
them
here.
keep the family together and keep all the money.
I mean,
There you go.
I guess
Boom,
so,
done.
but I guarantee you,
I guess
there is
so.
no way that
Why
would
would
happen.
you not advocate for that?
So
Is it like lagging for you? Hella delayed. Damn. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, you are hella delayed. Hold on, chat. We kind of trying to figure things out for the new system. Can you hook up the Bluetooth to my computer? But I don't know if it's gonna disconnect me, my headphones. We can try it. Let me look. Bluetooth. I'm not connected. All right. I don't know. Which one is yours? TP? I don't know.
In your, I guess,
Can you hear? Oh, can you hear?
research of like
Can you hear
history
it?
of this country and
Can you
everything,
hear it? I can hear it. Plan did fail. What can we do? Cause this is my headset, and this is what it is. Okay, headset. I only have headset on. Maybe if you, I don't know. Plug it in the headset. in. I have one headset.
and that's my headset
right here. Hold on,
Hold on,
chat.
chat.
We're
I'm
trying to
trying to
get
get
something.
yeah, find another one.
All right. During this brief intermission, I'm just going. They really going at it. They really. That's. I mean, that's really I would say the conservative narrative that any help doesn't matter if it's money or anything. Any sort of help is instantly bad. You know what I'm saying? It's instantly bad. It's pushing a certain narrative. It doesn't matter if they're giving free food. You get free food. There are certain people not to grow their own. You know what I'm saying? That's right now.
do you find like the Reconstruction era?
I can hear it.
Hear your headphones. Just turn yours all the way up. Maybe put these on and then turn them all the way up so I can hear both at the same time. So I can hear your thinking. Yeah. How do I turn them all the way up? Where's the volume? So they're all the way up. So you just turn the computer up. That's all the way up. My computer is all the way up. I keep my shit all the way up. Let me see if I can hear it.
And like the failures of like what it wanted to be and then what it ended up being.
Like you can hear what they're saying right now?
And then which led into, like it had downstream effects to enter into the Jim Crow era, and you have
Hold on. Let me connect it to my thing because I don't know if it's gonna catch up on. Oh, the audio. Yeah, the audio on mine. Yo, getting behind the scenes technical issues. All right. Anyway.
policies like redlining that influence, how schools are funded. The downstream effects of slavery, do you think?
Yeah, let me make sure the camera looking. I mean, if we're gonna be on the subject. All right. Yeah, the camera's looking. All right. I guess. All right.
Put black people as generally in a worse off position than white Americans?
I think generation by generation, the effects of slavery have been diluted, but generation by generation, the effects of racism, welfare-based policies, and things of that nature became even more great. So in the 1880s or so, when we had our first black members of Congress, which were indeed
He just
Hold
wasted,
on.
he wasted money on the shit that said I'm a back
Backstrap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
saw
saw
that?
that?
Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh.
gosh. Dude,
Okay.
That's
okay.
kind of bad.
Dude,
Right? That's kind of bad.
I'm a Vax rebel. I'm
He
a
probably
Vax
spent more than
rebel.
$25 on that shit.
Oh my
That's
gosh. He
horrible
probably
purchases.
yeah.
Actually, terrible purchases. But
I ain't gonna hold you.
this is why the black community's feeling right now. The purchases like these.
Oh my god. Well,
Republicans. I think that was a great start for things, but obviously we had terrible things that happened, like the Tulsa massacre, among black people being chased out of their homes by the KKK.
Sure.
All funded by the Democrat Party, all supported by the Democrat
Okay.
Party.
Well,
huh? Alright, let me give my 2 cents on this. Alright, so the big switch is what he's talking about, alright, is yes, he's correct. You know what I'm saying? The Ku Klux Klan, the most racist policies back in the day, you know what I'm saying, was funded by the Democratic Party. But, you know what I'm saying, back in those days, you know what I'm saying, when they started, when black people got the rights to vote and things like that, the Democratic Party started losing a lot of their elections, so they started appealing more to the black vote. You know what I'm saying? To get more black people, to get more voters, because they still, all of it was just trying to win. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them, a lot of the founding fathers of the Democratic Party had to went and left, and they and now know with the Republican Party. That's the big switch. That was like the switch. Not really a switch, but it's a adjustment.
I mean, I need to stop you there. Can you attribute not to the party but to the ideology? Because I think when you think, regardless of whatever the party switch was, traditionally conservative
He's the only black person up there for the
values.
for the prompt, which is white Americans have it way more advantages than black Americans. When it comes, what I'm saying, when it comes to black conservatives, they see any help as well, just conservatives in general. They see any help from the government as some type of negative effect, when the whole point of a government system is for the people, by the, what I'm saying, to help people. Because what's the point of a government if it doesn't help people?
Did not like. That's more aligned with more racist policies
It's
in this
very
country.
difficult
Like
to
very.
compare 2020's conservatism.
Yeah, but I see what he's saying. You see what he's chatting about? He's talking about don't compare the policies to the party. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it don't really matter.
1880s conservatism. Oh, I was loving the 1v4.
So personally, I feel like there's really only one thing that people have a true advantage over black people with, and it's that white people are less likely to be forced into a box. It happens with
She's half of the problem.
black people onto other black people, but it especially happens with white liberals onto black conservatives, where we are told that we are supposed to think a certain way, be a certain way, and if we're not, then we're called all these names like etc. And the worst of all,
He said coon, if you didn't catch it. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of coonery happening in this episode.
is bootlicker, because I hate when a white liberal.
You are a bootlicker, huh?
I've never heard it.
A bootlicker? Dude, I've never heard that term before. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes
That's gotta be something in the South.
huh? Oh yeah, it has to be. Most definitely.
Tells me as a black man that I'm a bootlicker, because then I ask, whose boot am I licking? Because you're
Somebody's a boot. I mean, you don't get that name for nothing.
telling me as a white person that me as a black person that I'm licking your boot because I don't think in this box that you want me to frame my mentality in. That to me is real racism, and that's what we.
You hear what he's saying? That's real racism out there? No. I don't think calling somebody a coon is
If
real
you like
racism.
call Uncle Ruckus, you're like, that's not being racist.
That's not being racist. That's an astute observation. You know what I'm saying?
We need to stop allowing to happen to us, because black people are so quick now to not branch out and to have new ways of thinking, or to go into careers like agriculture and these other career paths that black people don't typically get into. It's not because of racism stopping them from getting in there. It's because we're told for so long that you have to follow this path and you have to think a certain way.
I think America is a great place for a black person. I think I'm an American. Anything that's available to you is available to me and mine.
I've personally never experienced white people having way more privileges than me. Like,
What the heck? She was a black. What? I was so confused. I was like, hold on. I said, when did they get another white person for for their thing? That was a black person. When did she become black? She was black. You know this? That's why I said she's half the problem. I thought you were talking about the other half. No, you were talking about her. Yeah. Nah, she more like damn. She looking like 70% of the problem right now. No wonder she ain't experienced, because half of her shit was. Dude, half of her shit was looking like 70% of her shit. Looking like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I'm sure you could find certain institutions where
you might want to do it 23
treated differently, but in general, I don't think that I've missed out on anything because
I don't know what tribe she came from. You know what I'm saying? I don't recognize them people.
Being black, and if anything, it's given me more of a voice because people will want to hear what I say now because I'm black. So if anything, I have more of a platform now just on the basis of being a black conservative and saying what's not popular than I would if I was just a white person who was also.
I don't know. When she says she's a black conservative, don't really roll off the tongue. It really don't, bro. It really don't, because this that white patch on the skin next to her shoulder. Dude, that's where all the words are bouncing off before they hit my ear. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm really trying to figure out like where, because usually she is a Jubilee plant. That's what I'm saying, bro. They couldn't find enough black people to do this. They really couldn't. So she has to pretend. All the other black people are scared to be called bootlicker. You know what I'm saying? They got jobs to maintain. These people obviously don't give a shit about their jobs. They should have got Charleston like, hey, that would have been funny.
I agree with the Supreme Court's decision to end affirmative action.
Wait, they ended affirmative action? They did end. Oh wow, I'm leaving. Huh?
Do you think
I'm leaving.
you'd be happier as a boy?
Dude, I'm out of here. I'm actually out of here. No way. They ended that? That was one of the main in college? Yeah. And then they ended it just in general. Just in general? Yeah. When was it not applicable to college? It was in work too? It was in work too, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'm leaving. They obviously don't need me anymore.
I'm not going to start. Someone else can start. Sorry. I think affirmative action has served its purpose. I think that it was necessary for a particular time. And I think that every black person knows how to get into college. You could pull out the names, the Oprah, President Obama. You can pull out the head of Time Warner was black man, the Forbes was black man. We know what to do now. We don't need affirmative action anymore. And to me, affirmative action is offensive sometimes, especially nowadays, because I have 6 children and 2 boys, 4
I need affirmative action. No cap. I need affirmative action. I need affirmative action. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for real.
All of them went to Harvard and Columbia and this one and that one. And it breaks my heart to think that they accomplished that goal of getting into these institutions just because of the color of their skin.
I can definitely say that it creates a lot of tension when you have affirmative action. I remember my first week of the
Who cares? Who cares how I get in because of the color of my skin? Rich people get to be on yachts because of the money in their bank account. So now, you know what I'm saying? So if you're going to end affirmative action, end rich people and poor people, because I want to be on a yacht, bro. I want to fly on a private jet, and I want to be judged based off the money in my bank account. I want to be judged. Rich white kids get to be in there because their parents pay all the money to school. That's what I'm saying. Rich white kids get to be in there because they go to private. They have rich white parents, but we ain't judging them based off the money in their bank account. So you're gonna stop judging me based off the color of my skin. No, judge me based on. I already knew when this question was asked. All the black people was gonna jump down. Dude, I knew it, but
University of Illinois. I was sitting with some classmates, and a white student turned to me and
Okay, how much do you want to bet he has a white wife? He don't. Dude, he don't, huh? He's gay. He's gay? He might.
jokingly like, "Hey Xavier, like, did you just attach a smiley face when you applied for this college?" And I started asking what he meant, and he said to me that he was like, "You're black. I'm assuming you had decent grades. You could have just attached a smiley face and you would have gotten into the university." So I was livid by that, and I went off. I started naming all of my accomplishments, and I felt so confident. Only.
Who cares? Who cares? If I had a job that paid $100K a year, and they said, "Oh, you could have just attached a smiley face and got in," I'm like, next, I'm like, dude, the only thing I'll be pissed off about is that I had to write a resume. I'm like, damn, I really wasted my time. Next time, tell me that.
For about an hour, because then an hour later, I started saying to myself, like, wow, like, did I actually earn my way in here? I started to have.
Dude, this is the thing that kills me. This is the thing that kills me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see rich people get offended. You know what I'm saying? When they buy their Rolls Royce and they said, "No, you judging me based off the money in my bank account rather than the character, the accomplishments." You're saying I get it because of my skin? So you're calling me dumb now? You're saying because I paid $100K to get into the school, I'm in. Instead of judging me based off my accomplishments and my grades and my merit, you're just judging me based off how much money I can pay. Foolishness. Huh? Yeah. Bro. I'm not, dude, any leg up is a leg up, but these people want to be 5 feet below earth trying to say, I'm going to make it out.
Insecurity. And I started wondering to myself, did I earn this position myself, or did my ancestors' suffering earn this for me?
Shit, it don't matter. They didn't get paid for their suffering. Shit, I might as well get something out from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Payment comes in all forms.
And two, I've seen it in the sense of like affirmative action taking away from other people who are minorities. Like I had a friend who was Asian, and
bro. We already seen the college thing, right? We already seen
high school, and he really wanted to go to MIT. That was his dream school. He interned there. He was super like prepared to go there, and he didn't get in. And you can only assume that it was because of affirmative action because they have such.
Dude, this is the problem. People want to blame everything but themselves. You know what I'm saying? You just have to profile her. Look at her player build, right? Yeah. Imagine which type of Asian person she would be hanging with. Probably one that probably smokes weed every single day. Bro, he doesn't even do his homework at all. Bro. He doesn't follow no Asian stereotypes. He even looks smart. Bro is probably late every day to his internship. She's hanging out with Asian Steve Jobs. Bro is late every day to his internship, calling out sick, bro, and then wondering why he didn't get in. Who the hell interns to a college? I've never even heard of that. When she's drunk.
Such a large Asian population that they want to admit other people.
Yeah, I was going to actually argue.
Yeah, because that's the reason why we have affirmative action. Grade F copium, bro. Dude, that is lit. Imagine being not getting into college, and then your friend telling you it's because of affirmative action, and you just run with it. Yeah, dude, literally. Because if I'm gonna be honest with you, if your grades and you are about that, affirmative action doesn't overtake that. You know what I'm saying? Literally. You came up with A's have better excuse, bro. Dude, that man was a straight D student. I ain't gonna hold you. Nah, bro. D was a good day. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Didn't show up to class. D, bro. The teacher said on the last day of school, bro, I'll give you a passing grade. I'll give you this 59.9. He just show up. God, just show up. And he fell asleep. He missed the alarm. Just look at her, bro. Bro, oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude, I ain't gonna hold you. And they want to blame affirmative action. It's like, dude, I never understand. No what, dude, how about you take affirmative action from these people? You know what I'm saying? Take it away from these people. And the people that want it, can we still have it? You know what I'm saying? Because I really want that leg up. I'm tired of rich people always using their wealth to get ahead in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rich. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't born. People, 90% of rich people were born rich. You know what I'm saying? They're born into wealth.
But you know, I think it's the problem with these black people, bro.
What?
They just need some white friends, bro.
Dude, I feel like they have too many white friends.
No, I think it's what happened is because I feel like all these type of black conservative people just want some type of white person to just validate whatever they're saying. I feel like they just need some type of white friend who's just gonna validate whatever they're saying, so they don't have to go to the extreme like this dude, bro.
Dude,
This dude literally got red Vax Rebel shirt on because
dude, I feel like they don't have any type of friends. They don't have black friends. They don't have white friends. You know what I'm saying?
Huh? The first dispute they get into, they go to the most extreme.
Yeah, because I feel like even amongst themselves, they wouldn't find like a common ground. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't be friends even amongst the black conservatives because they realize all of them are black. You know what I'm saying? And that's the breaking point. Even if they try to make white friends, the white friends always see them shitting on themselves, so they think they're lame as hell. So they just leave.
That it's more racist nowadays because it excludes so many Asian Americans from getting into
I keep forgetting
universities
she's
who
black.
deserve
Oh
a
my
spot
God.
and they can't get in because of affirmative
Like,
action, which again, like you were saying, was
It's
necessary at the time.
But it's like there's like certain black features that's like synonymous, like the nose. You know what I'm saying? The nostrils. And she has like,
She is part black.
dude. But it's like that part white must have been the strongest white genes I've ever seen in my entire life. You know, any white and she would have been albino.
Yeah.
But now it's like anybody, if you have the skills to do it and you're in America, you can get in.
I don't think affirmative action is the worst thing, considering all the different types or aspects of a background you might take into account when somebody's getting into college, whether they were in certain clubs, Boy Scouts, what type of classes they took. That might not be available to everybody.
You get into college because they're Boy
factoring
Scouts.
in the affirmative action isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I feel like because of everything you guys have said, the optics behind it are so horrible today that even if it is slightly beneficial in the long run for certain people, I think we can probably refocus most of that into figuring out like the class that people come from, the neighborhoods, the backgrounds or whatever, without it having to necessarily target race. The only thing that I kind of wonder now that it's gone is instead of a black person being in school thinking like, man, am I here because I'm an affirmative action pick, is it going to be a kid that is poor or a kid that's from a different zip code?
I think we should do away with all of it. It's just like submit an application, no demographics. Why do they ask your sexuality? Like, why do they ask all that stuff?
Yeah, because they want to. Dude,
Not even know like homophobic stuff, bro. But imagine walking around this wall, you hear.
What is going on? What is no?
You know exactly what that sound is, bro.
Dude,
it's a sign of loose man cheeks clapping together, bro.
dude. But I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it $1.50. Like people always like to be like, why did they ask for race and why did they ask for demographic? Okay, look at you. What? Like actually look at yourself. Actually look at yourself.
The visual is crazy.
Why are you envisioning it?
I envisioned it when I said it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, like I said before, oh my. Alright, I'm just gonna take it.
So, if affirmative action accomplished its purpose, why do we still see the disparities that we do in the professional workplace? If you average white wealth and compare it to black wealth totals, white people as a whole have about 50 times greater wealth than black people as a whole per capita. So I just don't understand why you think affirmative action is a...
In the United States, the average black and Hispanic and Latino holds and earns about half as much as the average white household, and only about 15 to 20% as much net wealth.
Did he just lie?
No, well, he lied, but it wasn't a lie. Because he said 50 times when it's more like 70 times. You know what I'm saying? Because it's saying in the United States, the average black Hispanic household earns about half as much. So he was right about like the 50% as the average white household.
I guess he did.
And then 15 to 20% as much as their net worth. So if they compare it to, if net wealth of a white household was $100, a black.
I thought of him saying like.
They have
like they
less.
have like no like they have double 2 times as more. Like black and Hispanic have 2 times as more.
Oh no. He was saying that a white household has 50, which is true right here, and then 15 to 20% much net wealth. That means if a white household has $100 net wealth, equating to $100, huh? A black household, an average black household will have 20, or a Latino household will have 15 to 20. Same difference, you know.
Accomplished its purpose. I don't see
Curious, why do you assume that just because there is a disparity means it's because of a racial issue?
Okay, what we just looked at was 15. So average net wealth of a black household and a Latino household is 15 to 20% of that of a white household. Now, if I were to take a guess, a gander, you know what I'm saying, on this big whole world, what could it be? Because black people don't brush their teeth as much as white people. You know what I'm saying? Could it be the sky is just bluer on the white people's side, and the sky is just too gray over on black people? It could be because of race. It could be. Could it be? So, you know, it could be anyone's guess.
What else would it be from?
I mean,
upbringing, economic ability.
Upbringing, which has to do with, I don't know.
Everybody have the same hand position except Destiny.
Huh? Well, because they're all nervous and they want to say something so out of pocket right now, but they're trying to contain it in between their hands. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to squeeze out that
desire to go, desire to.
I mean,
So
Diplo
it's
does.
not even about desire. It's about economic. It's about economic opportunity. You know what I'm saying? If you are making 15 to 20% of that of a white household makes averagely, it is not even about desire. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what you can do. Like, it's like if a rich person can fly first class, but like what those Nigerians were flying literally on the tail of a boat. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that they were going to Portugal, but went over to Brazil. You think that has anything to do with how they were raised? That's economic opportunity. You know what I'm
Play
saying?
a lot.
They
If you
can't
grow up
afford to
in a
play.
neighborhood that experiences a lot of trauma, you're not as likely to do as well in school, which means you're.
Why did they grow up in a neighborhood that experiences a lot of trauma?
I mean, lots of people do.
Yes, but why specifically do more black people?
Government assistance programs.
Government assistance
Oh,
programs.
Jesus Christ. I knew you were about to. Because they be getting money from the
Programs like
government.
what?
Try redlining.
I mean, you can go into that if you'd like to, but let's take
It
a
is
look
relevant.
at the Great Societies Act, which was created to kick black fathers out of the home and get black mothers on welfare assistance. These things aren't beneficial for economics. These things aren't beneficial for actually paving a way for success for black children and black families. I mean, reducing a two-family household to a one-family household isn't going to make them the richest man in the world. It isn't even going to get them out of high school. Nonetheless, the ability to even get to college.
You mean
Yeah,
two-parent?
the child, yes, but a two-parent household
Yeah.
in comparison to a one-parent household, that child is not going to be nearly as successful. That child is more disposed to being sent into prison by doing crimes or not doing very well in school. So how are they even supposed to get that?
Oh no, you got negative. Dude, dude, I'm a big. I don't even put myself on a political scale. I do things for myself. I get money, bro. I just focus on my damn
So
self.
that wealth disparity shrunk if they aren't even able to get out of the community that is causing these problems for them.
Something I think that this conversation illustrates is that like affirmative action.
You can get on the welfare program without being a single mother, you know? I think you just, if you make under a certain amount, you could be on welfare. There's a lot of men, huh? Dude, there's a lot of men. Old Dirty Bastard was on welfare. And he wasn't a single mother. He was a rapper in the Wu-Tang Clan. Remember he posted his picture of, yeah. So you don't need to be a single mother to be on welfare. You could be just a person that makes, I think it's like under 25K a year.
Is literally the very end of the line of a lot of different parts of a person's life, and by that point trying to rectify all of the inequities that have existed, to try to remedy any of that at the very end with affirmative.
I think you have to be like a certain age and then have to fill out like a bunch of paperwork, and then you have to, and then you have to like, welfare is not just that easy. It's like you have to look, you have to be actively looking for a job or had a job and then got fired from it and then be looking for a job. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want just a bunch of people that are just not doing anything. But a bunch of people just
action.
don't
It
do
might
it.
just be too broad a
Fucking
brush,
angry.
and maybe we'd be better served focusing on the earlier issues than trying to throw a kid who maybe can barely read at a 6th grade level into a college to hope that that's the thing that fixes the problem at the end of the line.
I think affirmative action wasn't really supposed to like send kids to Harvard that weren't prepared to go to Harvard. I think that's quite a myth, in fact. I think those that have the qualities to get to Harvard were, before affirmative action, could just completely overlooked.
Yep. This is off topic. I really gotta say something about it. Go ahead. You can't tell me this over here. Bro, he missed a Peabody, bro. Nah, is he Sherman? Nah, that man do got the Sherman cut. I ain't gonna lie. He do got the Sherman cut. I was like, that's either Harry Potter or that shit. No, he do look like Harry Potter.
Clarence Thomas is like the perfect example. Regardless of what you think about him, he was able to get to Harvard because of affirmative action, because it focused on finding people that were again like just overlooked for those.
But
Clarence Thomas was the one black dude on the Supreme Court that was like, I'm against abortion, and then he probably also voted against affirmative action too. But I mean, when you get it, they always trying to gatekeep. You know what I'm saying? He's against abortion. Yeah. They're making a bunch of Uncle Ruckus memes about him. Yeah, that's just sounds like shit. Yeah.
things ended up changing. It morphed into something else. So what started out as a good program of giving all black people or people with a lesser chance or lesser opportunity, it started out as that, and then it morphed and I'm not sure who morphed it, but it morphed into, okay, so now we have to have one black, one Hispanic, one this, one that.
That's not how that works.
But hey, talk to the corporations, talk to the people who hire, talk to the board members who say we need to have a woman on the board, we need to have a black on the board, we need to have a Latina, a Latinx, whatever on the board. So it morphed from helping us into now
tokenization.
Yes. So you have to have one of this, one of that.
Well, when you start with a country where people only hire you if you're white, that's necessary. And I know that you said that it started good and then ended whatever. And I don't think that affirmative action was perfect by any measure, but we still see really, really bad inequality. So if you're going to get rid of affirmative action, what's the replacement?
Meritocracy.
There's no meritocracy in this country. You look at Elon Musk, he's destroying Twitter. There's no meritocracy. That's ridiculous.
Well, first thing I want to bounce back to is
oh God, I don't even know what that word means. Meritocracy? Okay, I know what it means. Based off your merit. Yeah, based off your accomplishments. Who don't give a shit about your accomplishments? It's about how much money you have. Huh?
it's not a myth that there are like minorities that are being put into colleges that they're not ready for. If you look at a lot of these top universities, including Harvard, Yale, etc., you're going to see a lot of minorities on academic probation because they are being placed in universities that they are not ready for. They are not cut out for that just yet. And it even just makes sense if you look at how much they have to achieve in order to get there. Asian students on average have to score 450 points higher than a black student in order to get in the same university. So if you think of the universities that have courses, etc., that grade
and they do. Honestly, I think that bar was too low. It needs to get flipped around. No, don't need to get flipped around. I ain't scoring no 450. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't scoring 450. A student who self-identifies as Asian will need 140 stat points higher than whites and 320 points higher than Hispanics and 450 points higher than African Americans. Because that's because y'all learn to be smart. Y'all supposed to be doing that on the other. I don't know. I feel like that shit is kind of low. It's supposed to be 1,000. Honestly, I feel like it's supposed to be 1,000 each category. It should lower the black one because you don't be going to school. So it should lower to about 2 points. You need to get 2 questions. Arcane and the date. Date. And now we're on the date.
you can only have so many people with an A, so many people with a B, etc. So that means that the bottom percentile is going to fail. Who is most likely, just based on logic, going to be the ones failing? It's going to be the people who didn't have the credentials to get there in the first place. And then I have to bounce back to.
I want to get you on that point, because I would posit that the people who are least likely to have good outcomes in an academic setting are those who have to work 2 jobs, are those who have to drive there from home because they can't afford a dorm, are those who have to go into crippling financial debt. These are and have other stresses in their life. They can't afford a doctor, they can't afford a dentist, they can't afford anything.
I had to do
so
that too, though.
Those are the people.
That's not just black people. It's not just.
But it's
If we're looking at
overwhelmingly.
straight numbers, there are more white people in poverty than black people.
Huh? So let him cook. Who? Yeah, dude, they do need to let him cook. He was actually spitting. Yeah. So.
If you look at the raw numbers, but if you
I don't know,
actually
what are the
understand
wrong
what you're talking
numbers?
about.
The wrong numbers are going based off population instead of based off percentages. Bro gets his information off the onion. Bro gets his information off the bro, because you're looking based off population. You know what I'm saying? You're basically going off global population. Yes, there are more white people in the United States than black people. So statistically speaking, they're going to be more poor. They're going to be poor. They're going to be a lot more poor white people than there are black people. But also statistically speaking, if we're going for a 1-for-1 ratio, like we're saying here, we're seeing that there are significantly, overwhelmingly, a lot more poor black people than there are white people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? Statistically speaking, because there are way more rich. There are way more rich white. Bro, let me let the video play. I can't speak right now.
The issue is poverty in general, though. I don't think it's like who's in poverty. It's like poverty sucks.
Maybe we should make college free, and maybe we want to have affirmative action wouldn't be that
necessary.
More ghetto.
If you have a program that says you are under.
Rewind the video. Yeah. You just saw this man just laugh. Yeah. No, you in the white hoodie? No bitch. That's no bitch laugh.
Well, it's not just.
But it's
If we're looking at
overwhelmingly.
straight numbers, there are more white people in poverty than black people.
If you look at the raw numbers, but if you
I don't know,
actually
what are the
understand what
wrong
you're talking
numbers?
about.
No
The
number
issue
is
is poverty
wrong.
in general, though. I don't think it's like who's in poverty. It's like poverty sucks.
Maybe we should.
Huh? Dude, it's not, dude, poverty in general, dude. If I, you know what I'm saying, if you have a country, right? If you have a country, and you have 1,000 comparatively, you have 100,000 people, right? But you have 1,000 purple people, you know what I'm saying, in poverty, compared to one, I don't know. How many black people are in Iowa? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Compared to one person, compared to one person. Bro, but they're saying poverty in general. You have to look at statistically why people are poor, and then when you look at why people are poor, then you look at who is poor. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at why and who, and then when you look at why and who, then you go, you know what I'm saying? Then we're gonna get.
Should make college free, and maybe we want to have affirmative action wouldn't be that necessary.
And it'll get even more ghetto.
Look at his motion, though. Yeah, if you make college free, they'll make it even more ghetto. See, this is the problem with black conservatives. It was the dude in the red shirt, dude. Because you see, dude, this is the problem with black people. They don't this is the problem with mostly like black conservatives. They don't even understand their own situation. You know what I'm saying? They don't even understand the group they're a part of. Dude, if you yeah, the dude in the red, dude. If you think they made college, if you think paying for college somehow equates to a stat, well, it does equate to a status. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. If you think about it, honestly, I think college should be free. I think it should just be raised. Huh? If you want to go. Yeah. I don't think anything should stop you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you think if it's free, the education should be like higher? Like, since anybody could just go and learn whatever they want, like the teacher needs to be like top grade teaching. Like it should have been top grade teaching already, but you know what I'm saying? Like people, like if you're paying for it, then you're gonna do what it takes to learn. You're probably gonna study extra if you're really trying to get where you're. Dude, I feel like if I pay for it, it should. Dude, if I pay for it, the teacher should literally like take me through the whole steps, like step by step by step. Especially if I'm paying the amount of money I am. That's what I'm saying. If it's like free, you think they like the. I feel like the criteria. The teachers need to be like top tier because that means anybody could do any type of Like
Yeah.
anybody can do any type of field. Like
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I feel like I feel like the teaching should be that way to begin with, but yeah, if it's free, I feel like
I don't know. What the hell she's smiling? I really don't
well
know.
because they equate ghetto when we all know what ghetto means with black. You know what I'm saying? So they think it's gonna be well if they make it free now anybody can.
I really don't like the woman in the white t-shirt, bro.
I don't like any of these people. They
equate the woman in the white t-shirt. She just says like absolutely nothing, and then just look at her face.
The only person that's actually trying to defend the conservative point is the dude in the white, and he does it very terrible.
If you have a program that says if you are under a certain income level, this is how we'll help you, that will overwhelmingly help black people at a far greater percentage than it will help white people.
Trump supports black
Yeah, because there's a lot more black people are the poorest community in the United States.
The truth is, you're not the same person that you were back then.
I guess that's true. I just feel like I've lost myself.
I'm an emo kid. Turn and die. Yeah. Turn around and die. There's life without drugs. There's life without love. What is life
I think that President Trump supports all lives.
There's life without love. Turn around and die. Cut myself. Just turn around and die. Cut myself. I'm about to turn around and cry. I'm gonna turn around and die. I'm about to turn around and cry. I'm gonna turn around and die. Dip my toes in Satan's blood. I'm gonna turn around and die. I'm gonna turn around and die.
I think that he looks at all American citizens as equal. I don't see him doing anything that would make you feel like he does not support Black lives. That's of course going to feed into the conversation of Black lives.
I mean, we did see Trump in a couple rap videos.
You did look it up, huh? Just act, dude. Why is this like how is this even an argument? No, like, not even like, how is it like an argument like there's a definitive answer?
Yeah.
But like, how is it like people are arguing about it when they can literally look it up? Like, do we say he support Black Lives Matter or do we not? Okay, and then the answer to that question is just the end of that argument. Have a argument. Why is that?
Some of the shit he be saying make you question if he has a college degree.
Okay, you own up the fist. That's all.
Trump support Black Lives Matter. Oh my gosh. He's like the old grandpa that don't really know what's going on. He just doing it.
Wait. Wait. I was about to try to let myself cook, but I realized I wasn't going to cook. I was about to put a picture of Uncle Sam next to him to try to come up with a randomized statement. But they don't look similar. Uncle Sam looked like Abraham Lincoln.
He do look like Abraham Lincoln. Dude, honestly, I want to skip this question because
that's what I'm saying. There's no like.
I really don't
like even an argument.
What are you arguing about?
Just look it up.
Like who cares? Like what?
Actually, in Ohio. And my parents.
Okay, let's look at the other thing. My political beliefs have changed from the past.
Dude, that's the like, bro. Like nobody cares. Reparations are necessary. Yes.
Well, they're not gonna stand up and say shit. I mean, okay. Out of this, before we get into it, reparations are necessary. I mean, okay. Let me. I'm gonna argue what they're gonna say. The people, the slaves are dead. So basically, it's.
Why are we going on the past? Yeah. To some point, I agree. Honestly, they're not like necessary. You know what I'm saying? They're not like necessary because we obviously haven't got them yet, but we don't have to have them. But it's it would be actually kind of good.
I need them. I need the reparation.
Like affirmative action is kind of
I need
a small. It's 0.001% of that.
Really, bro. I
really got snagged away. So
yeah, I'm leaving. Honestly, like I didn't even know reparation. I mean,
first we got to start putting the area Tubman on the $20 bill. They know they ain't gonna do that. They already took away reparations.
I remember this about that when I was in elementary school.
They said there's too many black people in
They're
this.
about to put on the $5 bill like when I was in elementary.
Oh yeah, they're gonna put. Dude, I thought it was the $20 bill. They're gonna take away Alexander Hamilton. Dude, because what actually did he do? Goofy ass. No, somebody else. Alexander. Alexander. Was it Hamilton on the $20 bill? Alexander somebody. Alexander the Great.
Reparations are necessary.
Oh no. Alexander the Great.
When we talk about reparations, I think that doing reparations in the way that a lot of people think of it, where we just give it to black people. I'm not an expert on this.
Give it just to black people, please. Please.
Give it to the Irish. Give it to the Jews.
They got they got a whole country and money. That's not even a race. That's a religion. I can be Jewish. Anyone can be Jewish, huh?
So would you get double?
Huh?
Would you get double?
Ooh. Hello.
But I think it would be more income-based, and that in itself, like I said earlier, would disproportionately benefit black people, because if you recognize that they are disproportionately affected by a systemic injustice, then doing it on like a class level would uplift proportionally more black people than white people or any other race.
Yeah, I think like the
I think
most of like black GIs that were left out of like the New Deal, for instance, that to be able to come back and as a white American, as a white veteran, to get a home loan and then build that generational wealth. I get that as a black American. So there needs to be, I think, reparations. I don't care really what form it comes from. I think free healthcare, free college, so that everyone has like an equal opportunity to educate themselves, to build a better life for themselves. So
like my man Alec, he come up with statistics and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, none of these people really came with actual statistics. The only person he did in the polo shit came at 1, and I think that's all he wrote down in his notebook.
Dude, that's so crazy. When you say it, they really have not come up with any statistic or any fact.
Cause like the dude in the white hoodie really thought he was cooking when Alex said there's no like you get your stuff from like unreal websites. Bro thought he was cooking. He was like, what are unreal websites?
What are
that was the most he ever did.
Yeah, and then it's like, dude, there are a bunch of fake. Dude, you can easily spread misinformation and make up numbers. It doesn't even. What are fake numbers? Dude, I can say 2 + 2 = 5. Those are all real numbers, but they don't. 2 + 2 does not equal 5. But you're stupid ass really
like,
when you said that.
And I think Germany is also a perfect model to follow. You know.
I mean, quick to call everybody get the information off of Wikipedia, so you gotta get it out there.
When you try to make your
information,
dude, when you try to make an argument and the only thing that supports your argument was Wikipedia. Oh hell no!
Don't take the Wikipedia.
You might as well. That's all. Huh?
You know, by
you know that's so crazy.
Wikipedia really don't miss. Like people be calling on Wikipedia because it's been changed a couple times, but it really doesn't miss, bro.
Dude, it really doesn't. And Alec is the only one that came with like a statistic that was like when he said like 50%. You know what I'm saying? That shit. That was like the only thing that was like.
I just really hate the woman in the high t-shirt.
Dude, she has not said anything.
I'm saying she's just here. She just likes to argue.
Dude, I feel like that. Dude, I feel like
issuing first of all a formal apology. We haven't even done that, but also just like donating to like different funds and you know, just, I think
he's chatting. He's just chatting.
With the Black Council and Dr. Umar would be a tough task. Thank you for the Black Council, bro. To meet up with Dr. Umar and the Black Council.
Dude, I know. I feel like they'll do it.
Right?
Yeah.
I just got appointed to
the
Black Council.
I just got the email.
Yeah. So like to get the necessary requirements to take their black card away would be too much work and too much paperwork that I gotta go through.
Dude, but Malala would be easy. Easy work.
It would be because she only has half a card.
Dude.
Her serial number is only 8 digits, not the full 16.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so it's like I could have taken shit away.
I mean, I really could because she's like
her name up in the database and like
dude, because
you really trader for somebody.
And dude, but when we showed Dr. Umar the video evidence, especially I'm a back rebel. I feel like that's really gonna like I don't know like is that something? Time we've been trying to trade Ice Spice, but it, all the Hispanic because isn't Ice Spice like white and Hispanic? So like, are they gonna take one of these dudes though for Ice Spice? I don't know, man. Like, are the Dominicans gonna give us Ice Spice for one of these? No, they're not.
A more equitable society striving for that is reparations in and of itself.
I have no problems with reparations if they had happened initially during the slavery or the civil rights movement or any of that. But to try and do that now logistically just doesn't really make any
sense. Ice Spice black? She's Latino? Yeah. Oh wow, she's Latino. Yeah, she was never. I don't think she was ever on our team. I thought she was a light skin. Yeah, she's light skin. I thought she was a Latina. I mean, a black light skin. I didn't know she was Latina. Damn. Yeah. It makes sense when she got all that ass. Huh? It does make sense when she has all that ass. Yeah, when you mix black and Latina, they all. Nah, she. I don't know. She might be black and Latina. Actually, now look at that. Yeah. Now I'm back. I'm saying a real ginger. She's not a real ginger. And then who is a real ginger? Huh? She's Nigerian. Wait, she's the oldest of us. She's Dominican. Oh, okay. So she's black. She's black and Dominican. So she's black and Latina. She's a black and Latina man. That's what I'm saying. She's Afro Latina. Dude, that makes sense. I don't think she's like. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I knew light skin. I didn't know she was getting like all that. Yeah, I knew she got all that ass from Latina side. But nah, bro, like a light skin part, bro. Dude, no, bro. When you mix Latina and black, the ass ratio is just it becomes exponentially. No, not. You know what the real question is? What? Imagine Ice Spice was legit. Imagine if she had done it. Dude, I don't think Ice Spice is allowed in the gym. Dude, you know what I mean? You know how many people have been caught in that chair? You know what I mean? Right there? Top dollar. Top dollar. Dude, I'm there. Ski mask and everything. Ski sample bottle, scraping all that crack sweat into the bottle, bro. Swear to God.
Any sense, and like where would this money come from? Like we're in so much debt as a nation. Would I get this money? I'm biracial or triracial. Like do mixed people
triracial? I knew she wasn't black, man. I knew she wasn't black. I knew she wasn't black. Oh god. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. And then when we ask you to talk about some, I'm white, Italian, dude, I'm black, white, and Italian, so you're double white. Yeah, dude, and that cancels the black. It does. Dude, we go by the majority. You really work right. She's really 70%. Dude, because it's 70% white. Dude, I'm literally seeing it. I was like, dude, I thought she was like, dude, because I'm like, dude, if you're even like, hold on, look at Ice Spice. Look at Ice Spice. Look at her face. Ice Spice is pretty light, though. She's pretty light, but look at the nostrils. This is a dead giveaway of a black person. The nostrils, they go out. Look at her nostrils. They suck in. You know what I'm saying? That's how I knew she was like, I'm like, she can't be black. I was like, she has to be white. Those are white people's nose. That's a white person's nose. Technically, she's black. Technically, she's not. She just said she's triracial. She just says she's triracial. So I don't know what I don't know what she's trying to do. The Triforce. She's trying to make the Triforce right now.
People get it, and like, do Irish people get reparations when they?
No. She's a buck 50 with you. No. Japanese people, no. That's not even the point. That's not even the point. The point is to just give people what they lost. Yeah. What the hell? Yeah. Like, why do reparations? That's what I'm confused about. You got killed by Hitler, but Hitler was white. So I don't know. But dude, they say Irish. They say Irish people. They say Irish people, but Irish people were they only grew potatoes.
That's not even America.
That's what I'm saying. That's not even the United States, bro. That's not even the United States. It's not. It's not. It wasn't no Irish slave trade. You guys grew potatoes and it failed. And I mean,
They don't even get reparations for nothing.
they don't get reparations. You gotta go to the Irish government to get reparations. I don't know if they gonna give you Scotland. Maybe you gonna go to England. You have to look at. You gonna have to get the England reparations.
Don't go to France.
Don't go. Yeah, France ain't gonna give you shit.
They were indentured servants.
I think for reparations, if you can find specific instances of somebody being like actually deprived of something, whether specific instances of like the 40 acres and a meal promise, or whether you can find specific cases of like Chinese people building railroads or Irish people or whatever, people being deprived of things, that's okay.
Dude, exactly. Pinpoint what.
I know he was gonna say Irish.
Dude, they always say Irish, and they always be like, "Oh, the Irish people." I'm like, the Irish people. I'm like, what? When? You know what I'm saying?
God, if my name was Destiny, I would have changed my name.
Destiny. His name is Destiny. Why people come up with the shittiest of names? I'm not saying all white people. So, dude, it's just American white people. It's just American people in general.
That name smells like wet dog.
Dude, it's just American people in general. They come up with the shittiest of names.
That name smells like this.
I'm seeing people named Crystal and Jade. I'm like, bro, you need to go back to your damn Irish roots. Because Conor McGregor over here sounds like a man. I ain't never known no Irish person named Destiny. I ain't never seen an Irish person named Crystal. You ain't Irish. Who are you? You don't get no damn reparations. You Destiny.
It's a logistical nightmare. There's no possible way we'd be able to do it well.
Yeah, America's unique because we have bent over backwards for decades now, putting minorities in a position of privilege. I feel like we have.
He's going to use that term.
Bent over backwards. So for 400 years of slavery, we were just bending over backwards for minorities. We took you out from the jungles of Africa, gave you a place to work, and gave you a place to sleep. And this is how you repay us, asking for rights. What more do you want? We stopped doing slavery. What more do you want?
Have done so much to give back to the communities that were obviously wronged. And I agree with both of you. Like, had this happened a long time ago, I would understand it. If we had specific incidences that we could trace where people were just completely screwed over, I would respect it. But right now, I don't deserve a payment for something my great-great-great-great-grandparents.
I do. You know what's the craziest thing? I only see poor people argue why they don't deserve a handout. You know what I'm saying? You never see Donald Trump saying, "Dad, don't give me that $1 million. I'm gonna work for it." He said that shit was small. Donald Trump said that shit was small. That was chump change.
Maybe I'm not like educated though. I was gonna go after 45 minutes of this conversation. I wouldn't literally go.
Honestly, I wouldn't be able to take it. Dude, I would have left around this Trump supports Black Lives Matter.
It wouldn't really hit me like, what are we actually talking
about? Dude, literally, like, that's what I'm saying. Around that time when they said this Trump support Black Lives Matter, that was
what are we actually talking about?
Dude, like, I'll be like, why America? Okay, we're debating,
really going against each other at this point?
Yes.
Having like
literally, weird conversation. Anyway, let's move on. Chat, we're gonna move on from this video because honestly, dude, it's like I don't know if we can argue anything.
What are they talking about at this point?
Went through, and I don't think that white people are responsible for paying that to me either.
I know we don't want to use the word virtue signaling, but it's sort of like a bribe for a vote in a way. At least in my opinion. In states like California, where they've been throwing around the...
Dude, I don't even know why we ain't talking about California. Dude, okay.
Just be like, is reparations necessary or not, bro?
I mean, for me, they are very necessary. At least $1 million. I'm saying at least $1 billion. No, 400 years? Nah, that's... Damn, you're gonna have to make it some payment plans.
Should get a starter kit of $200,000.
Huh?
So each black household should get a starter kit of $200,000.
At least $200,000. If you can't flip that, I don't know what to say to you, man. You just don't need money in general.
Cause my mama spent the 20,000 in 2 days.
Yeah, you just don't need money. Your
She
money.
paid it. She went to the casino.
Yeah, you don't need money. Money ain't.
Hey,
Money
you
ain't
put
for
$20,000
you.
at the casino.
Money ain't for you. That's what I'm saying. That's why we need affirmative action. Because if you spend 200,000, you obviously need to get your education. You obviously need to go find some way to get educated.
Alright, man. So lately, I've just been seeing.
What else could we watch? A couple months we stopped.
Yo,
Maybe
what up,
can
guys?
we get? I'll give you an ara.
What else is there? Dude, right after Trump, that shit really would have hit me. I would have been like, what are we actually talking about? What are we actually talking about? Dad doesn't approve of Zara watching TikTok all day. What the hell? She's black?
Yeah, I seen this. She's a doctor. I think.
She's like half Asian.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. How unintentionally killed person watches his campaign. How unintentionally killed. Dude, who would poison a vulture? I like vultures. Sitting on the porch. Burning Man flooding strands tens of thousands of bad cells. What? I don't understand.
Oh no, bro.
Living in the free world. Yeah. South Korea school bullies.
That is good.
Dude, not.
Nothing will do for you.
South Korea is dealing with an epidemic of school bullying.
I ain't gonna hold you.
화장실에 가면 화장실 저기다 지우개예요. 근데 지우개 하면
Boy, Baki is intimidating.
Bro, nah, your Jerome Homa come up in there. Goku,
I'm doing a handstand myself. She got my own thing in my pocket.
I'm giving it my phone, my books,
my tea.
I'm giving myself a black eye. I'm like, you deserve it. You're stupid.
I'm running into the locker head first.
화장실에
School bathrooms were filled with insults against me. Dude, that guy, dude.
Hey, what did you do?
Hey, that's what I'm saying, bro. Because
they're filled with insults
against you. Because it's like if one person's doing it, it's one. Yeah, if one person's doing it, it's crazy. But if they fill with insults against you, that means
you just talk too much.
Damn, bro, you bet you reminded the teacher of their homework.
That bathroom said, "Hold on, leave some space for me."
Nasty bitch. Talking about you suck me off for a damn beating the class. Boy, I want to let them crack drive next. They were near me. Sorry. No. Dude, I'm actually wondering. Because now it's something you
가면
did.
화장실 저기다 지우개예요. 근데 지우개를 맨날 지우고
I spend my time trying to remove them with eraser.
Teacher?
I have no idea. She was a teacher. Oh yeah, man, you must have been.
Because ain't no student removing ain't no student got the time to remove the insults.
Yeah, that.
Why ask a person from the school to come back to the school? I don't care once I go home.
Honestly, bro. Honestly, if they do
it ever happen at school, I don't care when I go home. That after school now, I forget it.
Shit.
있거든요. 네임펜도 지우개로 지워줘. 아니면 아세톤이나.
그냥 좀 약해 보이는 사람을 타겟으로 그냥 이유
Why is it so fake?
그냥 무조건 때렸던 것 같아요. 심하게.
최근에
Dude, you know what's so crazy?
He is so stupid, bro. Why are they catching zero of him? Flexing his hands.
Nah,
look at this. They're catching.
때렸던 것 같아요.
Okay.
Who's recording?
They always got the worst phones to record on. I thought you guys made Samsung Nokia. You guys couldn't find a damn actual good phone to like record on. Turn on the damn.
You got an interview with the bully. You tell me about some. I target people who are weaker than me.
Now I make $500K a year. Shit, I guess bullies do succeed.
Maybe you come up.
Shit.
Nah,
Nah, dude.
I'm
I'm
really
really thinking like,
okay.
okay,
I
I
get
get
it's
it's a different culture and everything, but who's really gonna sit there with their hands behind their back and literally get punched in the face? Look at this.
심하게.
He charged that up. Too.
Huh?
He charged that up like a soccer team.
Dude, literally.
Look at how Brooks had to block it.
No,
He blocked it like a belt was about. Look at it. He tried to block it like a belt was about to hit.
Dude literally got back into position and put his hands behind his back. I'm like, dude, let this be my son.
He was practicing. He was using that hand back.
Hold on, bro. Oh, shit. I knew you would do something like that. Now, I don't know why I gave you the mic. Dude, but I'm honestly wondering, like,
최근에 연예인들한테 어린 시절 학교 폭력을 당했다는
revelations of bullying when they were at school.
She's not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
I don't understand. But baddies,
She gets bullied.
I don't think baddies get bullied.
Unless they say some dumb shit. Like, if you're bad and you're retarded, you know what I'm talking about?
Dude, if you're bad, if you're
like, you try to have a conversation with a baddie, she just like, oh no, like not that slow, but you know.
But dude, I feel like if you're bad and you're slow, it's more acceptable than if you're ugly and you just know a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you ugly and you know a lot of shit, you just annoying as hell. If you bad and you dumb as hell, it's just like you annoying, but you less annoying. Because if an ugly person were to come up to me talking about, oh, actually, shut the hell up with your crooked ass.
폭로가 잇따르고 있습니다.
스포츠 선수나 연예인뿐 아니라 경찰, 소방관 같은 공무원.
School bullying scandals, including allegations against high-profile celebrities, have rocked the country, triggering growing concerns.
학교 폭력으로 인해서 괴롭힘을 당하다가 자살하는 경우도 많이 있고 신고를 꼭 해주는 게 최소한.
Triggering growing concerns.
학교 폭력으로
many cases of
인해서 괴롭힘을 당하다가 자살하는 경우도 많이 있고 신고를 꼭 해주는.
Dude, I'm not. Dude, they're going like 3 seconds per like reporting these incidents is important to stop.
게 최소한의 피해를 줄일 수 있는 방법이라고 생각합니다.
My kid ain't gonna get bullied.
101 East meets the South Koreans.
My kid is. I don't know. They all look like victims to me. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
This looks like the B-roll.
Fighting back against school bullying.
I don't understand. If you fight back against school bullying, I feel like you're a victim. You're a soon-to-be victim.
101 East.
You just beats up people randomly. Like you just
자아정체성을 키울 때 제일 중요한 시기라고 생각하는데 모두가 저를 싫어하니까 나는 살아도 되는 존재? 나는 정말 남들처럼 행복해도 되는 존재라고 받아들일 수가 없었던 것 같아요.
I don't even know what to say.
Speak your mind, bro.
Speak your mind. Seems like a top tier script.
Top tier script? You think it is not real?
Definitely not.
Dude, what I'm thinking, definitely not real. Dude, what I'm thinking is right now is that honestly, dude, honestly, I don't know. I feel like if everyone, I mean, there are cases where it's not the case, where it's like people are just being assholes to be assholes. But it's like, I feel like when they say everyone hates me, I feel like there's something you're doing, bro. I'm not blaming the victim, but sometimes the victim gotta self-reflect. Like, what the hell you doing? She was probably reminding the teacher of her homework. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, don't copy off of me. Teacher, he's cheating. You know what I'm saying?
You deserve to get punched by bro, you deserve to get punched in the face by every man in the school. Kick, like how they did in that film, bro. Kick up, actually. Once she falls on the ground, kick her up. No, stomp her out. So literally. Don't stomp her teeth in. So when she talks, so we can't understand you no more. Because you don't deserve to talk. Yeah. Leatherface actually needs to visit you. To zip tie your mouth shut. Zip tie your eyes shut. So you don't see what I'm copying off you.
Dude.
Hate people who do that shit.
Dude, hate people who go and then telling the teacher, talking about,
if I was a teacher, I'd be like, yes, he is copying off you. Yes. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, she probably was the one speaking that shit loud as hell too.
I'm sending you to the office. I'm asking the teacher patient. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna give the kid who's cheating off you the right answer sheet, so you get all the answers right. Oh, you asking me the right answers now? Okay.
Yeah, bitch. I don't know.
클라이밍이 너무너무 마음에 드는데 클라이밍을 할 때는 땅에 떨어져 있잖아요.
People always like to say like Korea. Always like to fictionalize Korea and Japan. Dude, I would never want to live in those places, honestly. Horrible ass work culture. I'm not working 50 hours a week, 70 hours unpaid overtime. Literally. I'm like, dude, if I want to do modern day slavery, I'll do it. I'll find it. Literally, bro. I'll find a place that at least speaks English. You know what I'm saying? So when they tell me to get back to work, I'm not confused.
근데 보통 제가 트라우마에 짓눌리는 공간은 보통 땅 위에 있을 때잖아요. 그래서 땅으로부터 멀어지는 그 순간이 실제로도 좀 트라우마나 여러 힘든 경험으로부터도 멀어지는 것 같은 느낌이 들어서 저는 암벽을 타고 있을 때가 제일 자유롭고 제일 행복한 것 같아요.
For 23-year-old Kim Hae-un, climbing is more than just a hobby. It helps her deal with the anxiety caused by years of school bullying.
Dude, I feel like
사람 대하는 게 동갑이랑은 친구로 지내기가 쉽지는 않더라고. 너무 6년 동안 겪고 나니까.
Hae-un says the bullying started at the age of just 8, when she joined a new school and befriended children with disabilities.
뭔가 너도 쟤네랑 친하니까 너도 장애인이겠네?
I was friends with them. I was told I was disabled just.
Okay. Why are you befriending the sped kids, dude? Why is that your group at lunch? If I see you with that, I'm literally assuming you're sped. If I see you walking around with all the Down syndrome kids, I'm assuming like you're an upper class Down syndrome kid. Or you're the helper for the Down syndrome kids. Dude. That's not even their fault, bro. That's just your fault. I don't have Down syndrome. I don't have Down syndrome. She don't have Down syndrome. Just have that with that.
I can't believe you just acted that out. No way you just did all that. No way. Oh my god.
You know how down bad you have to be? To be like, damn, I don't got no friends. And then you look to that group who gets to lunch early. That group who goes out a special hallway. The whole school is blue and the whole school is green and black. Mm-hmm. They go down the blue hallway. They go down the pink one. They go down the pink hall.
But
that was their favorite color. They go down the red hallway and the green and white school. And you said, damn, that's my group right there. They understand me. They don't even understand themselves, bro. They don't even understand themselves, bro. How you think they're gonna understand you? Nah, you deserve to get clowned.
I'm gonna say this. I had some friends, you know, that was also in the sped classroom. Wow. But the difference is between me and her, my whole group didn't consist of that. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, you know,
no, you can be cool with the sped.
That's what I'm saying. There'd be like one sped kid that you are cool with. That's what I'm saying. But if your whole group is consistent of that, I don't know.
Listen, this is how bad it is. The kids who go out to recess and hold the teacher's hand still in high school, right?
Yeah.
The sped kids, they're still holding the teacher's hand in that recess.
Yeah.
To walk out. That's her. She joined in.
She said, we're all going out to recess today. But she was 8 years old at the time. She was 8 years old. She was 8 years old at the time. So gotta give her some slack. You're not saying she's in high school doing this shit. She was 8 years old. You gotta pay it in perspective. I mean, 8 years old? I don't know. I was friends with no spec at 8 years old. Yeah? I was friends with no spec at 8 years old. I feel like I was friends with. I don't think I even knew a spec at 8 years old. I did know one. His name was, I think his name was like Patrick. So you just made that shit up. On job not. On job not. The dude's name was like Patrick or something. No, he wasn't spec. Shit. No, I wasn't friends with no spec as 8 years old. Dude, definitely not. Definitely not.
라는 말을 들으면서 일단 전교생이 다 가해자였어서
They're good. They didn't even come out the classroom. Why did she not going to recess? She's sitting outside the window like this. Banging on the window. Oh, bro, we got.
At the age of just 8, when she joined a new school and befriended children with disabilities.
Okay, it's the fact that you went and joined a new school and the first people you want to go out is with the people. I'm not saying that's a bad choice, but I'm saying it's like, how about you get some like, huh? It's literally a bad choice. I'm saying like, get some. That's a bad choice. I'm saying there are worse choices. You can go with the furries. That's honestly a worse choice. 8 years old. 8 years old. Yeah, no, there weren't. Okay, that's true. There were only like, but how would you even meet them at 8 years old? We were like in a separate hole. She was at third grade, you couldn't even get into the classroom. They weren't even allowed to be in the same area. She's lying or she's winning.
뭔가 너도 쟤네랑 친하니까 너도 장애인이겠네? 라는 말을 들으면서 일단 전교생이 다 가해자였어서 그냥 보통 얌전했던 친구들 같은 경우에도 그 분위기에 동화가 돼서 같이 방관하거나 아니면 같이 일조해서 아까처럼 반에 다 같이 안 들어오는 그런 행동을 보인다든지 많이 괴롭히는
They skip class for you. Dude, I'm not skipping class for third grade. Dude, I ain't gonna lie. She's lying, bro. She's literally lying. I'm saying this is fake. She's lying. 8 years old, first, like, that's like, you just getting into third grade. Dude, she's lying. Nobody was skipping class at third grade. You couldn't do that. It's really impossible. Where are you going? If they see you trying to leave the school, usually like elementary schools, it's like one way in, one way out. Yeah. You're going out through the back. Dude. And it's like a group of kids too. And then there's probably a fence around the school. You can't climb. Yeah. This tall. There's like a group of kids too. So it's like a group leaving class because you're in there. A whole classroom full of children. And if she's talking about high school, that's even worse because you're friends with spec in high school. Okay, so she's saying in 8, she was 8, and they were just. I feel like that wasn't the worst bullying tactic. It was. Dude, okay, let's take a word for it. Then she was different over special. Dude, okay, I'm saying it's really special because I didn't have the mind to skip no class for third grade. No matter how annoying you were. They saw you and said, I don't want to go. I can't go there. That's the worst. She's bad. She's you. She's you. Dude, because when you say it, it's literally like I have classes in third grade. I'm lying. When they had to go to class, they drop to the floor. Had to get judged. Dude, because now that you say it like in third grade. I've never saw a person and thought because I don't like I'm not even gonna go into the classroom. Maybe now because I have a better thought process. But it's like if I'm in third grade, that would not be like I'm gonna bully this kid. I'm not even gonna go into the class. They say you in the classroom instead of wailing. They say no, the straight kids start wailing. They don't even like you. They start bullying you too. Dude, okay, she's in third grade, right? You have to pay attention. You have to really think about this. She's in third grade. She's with a special ed kid, so she's technically special ed. Right? Her parents probably enrolled in that class because they said something was wrong. So she's with their special ed. So let's think about it. She's down the special ed hallway, right? Special ed kid come down that hallway. He starts bawling. So they're like, "What's the problem, Jimmy?"
he starts pointing to her. 188 days in the school year, he's pointing to her every single time. When she's not in there, he's happy. He's the happiest kid you ever seen. Dude, no, think about that, man. Little Susie, she's wailing. She jumped on the floor. She has to get dragged by her arm. Her arm. She's crying. She's punching everything. Please. Like she's about to get sent to the guillotine. Look at her.
Oh my god.
She's either a liar or she's actually slow.
일진 친구들이 그 친구들 같은 경우에 저를 화장실에 가둬서 수업 못 듣게 했던 경우도 있어요. 그 정도로 진짜 악독하게 괴롭혔는데 그런 식으로 너무 작디작은.
One more time. She's lying. The bathroom door is locked from the inside. Yeah. You can't lock it from the outside. That's literally like a hazard. You notice that when you go to the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
You can only lock the thing in from the inside.
So, okay.
Oh my gosh, bro, it is.
Okay. So, okay, let's suppose the only way to, because they don't even open, they open up, when you open them, they push inward. They don't go outward. You know what I'm saying? So how the hell would they lock you? Yeah, that's cap. That is cap. Because I was
under the stall.
Dude, I was literally trying to think about like how they would lock you in.
You can't lock. Nobody can lock you in. Nothing from the inside.
Dude,
from the outside.
Yeah, because the doors they come inward. So even if they were to lean their backs up against the door, so you went.
The locks are inside.
The locks. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, but even if they were to like lean, because some doors they open like this way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you push open the door, but the doors in the bathroom stall they don't push outward. They go inside. When you open the door, they open inside. So how? So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying she's lying, but
she literally is lying.
Okay.
Everything points to her line is being special ed. She's a slow liar. She's bad at it, bro.
졸음까지도 매일매일 견뎌야 하니까 학교 가는 게 일단 무서웠어요. 그때 이제 미칠 듯한 공황장애처럼 심장이 두근거리고 손에 땀이 나는 거예요. 그냥 자고 일어나면은 세상이 끝나 있으면 좋겠다라고 생각을 했고.
Her hands used to be sweaty to go to school and everything. So she got special ed.
Hyun was also a victim of cyberbullying, a type of harassment that is increasing every year. A third of South Korean students say they experienced it in 2022.
그러니까 과거의 오프라인 폭력은
I don't know. It looks. Honestly, when they do this shit, it looks cozy. But at the same time, you have to literally put up a whole tent inside your house.
And when you open the thing, you're going to see the kitchen.
And then you're going to have to take it down. You're going to have to actually take it down at some point. So.
그 자리만 벗어나면 끝나는 폭력이었다면 사이버 폭력은 자리를 벗어날 수가 없고.
Yeah, I can see.
Super germaphobe.
Yeah.
Like an extreme condition where you're trying to keep your house super clean.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to dirty up nothing. I don't even want to risk it. So I'm gonna just sleep in this tent. And then when I get up in the morning, I'm gonna cook my thing, wash out what I gotta wash out, put it back, and go back in my tent. She just did that for the camera, basically what I'm trying to say. She's not one of them.
Yeah. She most definitely did.
언제든 가능하기 때문에 시간과 장소에 영향을 받지 않으며 단체 카톡은 300개 넘기가 쉬워요. 그 자기 카톡 이름 바꿀 수 있거든요. 거기 김혜원 죽어.
Hyun believes
사이버 폭력은 자리를 벗어날 수가 없고 또 언제든 가능하기 때문에 시간과 장소에 영향을 받지 않으며 단체 카톡은 300개 넘기가 쉬워요.
Group chat, so
dude, this is one of those videos they show you in school. This is one of them school videos about how bullying could change your life, how it could affect your life type videos. But I'm already seeing it.
I get.
In group chats, I already get a fulfilling message.
Okay, but this is the thing I have. The problem I have with it is because like you have to invite you to a group chat, and then you have to accept the invite, and then you know who they are. You know what I'm saying? You know they're gonna bully you.
And she's so sad about this, but once they say kill herself, that's what she says.
What?
Lol. Lol.
No,
I already see she's one of those. Though.
dude, I can see the DMs because somebody. It doesn't really matter who. Anyone can message you through DMs.
If you keep constantly getting bullied, don't even post on social media. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and how did they get your contacts? Honestly, did you? Unless you use your
They
name.
her out of her contacts.
Huh?
They pushed her against the locker, shook out her pockets until her Instagram name fell out.
Unless you use your real life name for your Instagram name, which I wouldn't have done. Me personally, I don't do. And if I was getting bullied every day, I probably wouldn't have done. But you know.
그 자기 카톡 이름 바꿀 수 있거든요. 거기 김혜운 죽어.
Haeun believes bullies are not just aggressors, but also victims of the South Korean education system, which prioritizes high results.
확실히 한국 내에서 어릴 때부터 사교육을 이미 주입하고 있고 그게 아니더라도 그런 공부에 대한 스트레스가 좀 많이 크잖아요, 사실. 그냥 사실 본인들이 경제적으로 어쨌든 사교육이라는 걸 주기 위해서 돈을 쓰고 있는 거고 그 많은 결과를 아이한테서 뽑아내고 싶어 하는데 그게 가장 표출되기 간편한 공간은 당연히 교실일 거고 물론 집에서는 최하위 권력자잖아요. 스트레스까지 받았으면 당연히 그럴 수밖에 없다고 생각을 해요.
To find out why some students become bullies, we meet a man who confesses to abusing dozens of his former classmates. Now in his late 30s, he says he's never had to pay for his actions.
제가 학창 시절에
When I'm 8 years old, I'm paying for my actions. Get out of here, man. God don't even start keeping track until you about 18. Unless you got killed for my shit. Or raped you, then, yeah.
You're done.
피해를 준 학생은 대략 넘는 것 같습니다. 귀 고막이 터지고 그 눈에 핏줄도 터지고 그랬던 것 같은데요. 초등학교 6학년 때부터 고등학교 3학년 때까지 학교 다니는 내내 했던 것 같아요. 그냥 좀 약해 보이는 사람을 타겟으로 그냥 이유 없이 그냥 무조건 때렸던 것 같아요. 심하게.
He says,
Dude, I feel like people that just got beat by him.
I feel like if you beat up weak people all the time, I feel like that.
Oh, most definitely, he's not good at fighting. He's just picking on people that
people can't fight back.
Yeah, I mean, and even then, I don't know.
that at the time, he didn't realize he was a bully.
No, you damn did sure realize you're a bully. Beating up people without any reason. Who does that? Only a sociopath.
그냥 학교 생활의 일부분이라고 생각했고.
You thought bullying was a part of school life, and you thought you need to fulfill that role as a bully. Beating up people randomly.
그냥 남한테 가시.
I couldn't imagine me walking down the hallway.
Oh, what are you showing up? The hoes don't even appreciate that, bro. The hoes appreciate that.
Honestly,
를 좀 보이기 위한 행동이었던 것 같아요. 한국에서의 학교 생활은 가해자와 피해자의 상황이 분명하게 나뉘는 것 같아요. 내가 맞는 것보다도 차라리 때리는 게 낫다고 생각하는 게 더 좋은 것 같습니다.
I mean, I think that's with all fights. I'd rather hit than be hit. That's logical. I feel like, yeah, I know there's a couple people like that in school. Like, you could just look at them and you like if I were in, huh? Alright. Want me to keep playing the video or want me to wait? Yeah, I feel like just in general, there's people that you can find in school that are just, I don't know.
제가 가해를 하고 나서 후회를 한 적은 한 번도 없습니다. 후회하지 않은 이유는 그냥 그때 당시
Playing damn whatever game on his phone. I just want to look this as a PSA. When they say you peak in high school, just know there's know, you know, the sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying?
혹시 가해를 하고 나서 부모님이나 학교 선생님들한테 질타를 받거나 어떠한 피해를 입었으면 지금 후회한다고 생각했는데 제재를 받은 적이 없기 때문에
I never had taken. So basically, he was out here playing games on his damn phone. So like, bro, this just goes to show you when people be like, oh, he's gonna peak in high school. Obviously not. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, that was just one of his first in many forms. Being you up was just part of his evolutionary stage.
다른 가정의 상황보다는 경제적으로 좀 여유로웠던 것 같아요. 그래서 부모님께서 자유롭게 제재 없이 생활을 하게 해줬던 것 같고.
He says his bullying continued beyond his school life due to the country's strong social hierarchy.
학교에서의 생활과 지금 성인이 됐을 때의 사회 생활을 비교해 본다면 그냥 계속해서 이어지는 연장선이 맞다고 생각합니다. 어떻게 보면 학교보다도 더 심한 곳이 군대라고 생각하고 그런 군대보다도 더 심한 게 사회생활이라고 생각이 듭니다. 한국 사회에서의 권력을 갖는다는 건 맞다고 생각합니다. 모든 생활이 돈 앞에 장사 없고 권력 앞에 장사 없다고 생각하는 건 모든 사람들이 다 같은 이치 아닌가?
With reports of bullying increasing, parents say schools are not doing enough to protect children, and they're looking for other solutions.
예, 안녕하세요. 어울탐정TV의
Take this target. I'm trying to take this. I'm playing right now. Huh? I don't get I'm putting on my box. I'm itchy, bro. Were you hired to take the target?
어울탐정입니다. 사실조사를 저희가 한번 파악해 보겠습니다. 이 현장으로 나와 보시죠.
Private Detective Lee Jun-yong, who calls himself Detective Tiger, has investigated about 20 cases of school bullying in the past 2 years.
마지막으로 이제 학교 폭력에 대해서 이제 아버지가 의뢰하신 건데 아들분이 집에 들어올 때 잦은 멍이 드는 모습이 보였던 거고 온몸에 평상시에 다르다. 그래서 이 아이가 혹시나 학교 폭력을 당하고 있는 건 아닌가.
최고 많이 쓰는 장비는 핸드폰으로 실시간 찍어서 보내드리고요. 간혹가다 이렇게 거리가 멀리 있을 때 학대경이라 그래갖고 이 학대를 해가지고.
Yeah. I don't know, dog. Dude, I don't know. He's out his window looking up binoculars looking for bully victims. Come out the schoolhouse. Dude is a pedophile. That's what he really is. Dude, imagine you see somebody while you're walking out of school with binoculars, bro. Oh yeah, most definitely.
볼 수 있는 이런 카메라 캠코더가 있습니다. 그런 장비를 이용해가지고 학교 폭력에서.
Parents secretly hire Lee Jun-yong without telling their children.
학교를 가는 길에 아무런 문제가 없고 이상이 없는지 저희가 확인을 해드려서 의뢰자분께 보고를 해야 되고요. 지금 아들분 나오고요. 예, 지금 나왔습니다.
누가 봐도 현저하게 가해 학생이 피해 학생한테 뭐 물리적 행사나 아니면은 좀 지능적으로 금전적으로 피해를 입히고 있다는 그런 증거들을 확보를 하고 있고요. 부모님들이 그걸 가지고 학교에 학교폭력예방위원회나 아니면 경찰 고소고발에 중요한 증거로 활용하고 있는 걸로 알고 있습니다.
Once they are solved, Detective Lee uploads some of his cases on his online channel with the consent of his clients.
보통 뭐 왕따나 학교 폭력의 피해자라 그러면은 애들이 괴롭히거나 구타를 몰래 하거나 부려먹거나 할 텐데 그런 목적이 전혀 없었습니다. 얘기하니까는 대담자 보이더라고요.
Maybe we were bullied.
Concerned for their children's safety, parents pay him more than $2,000 a week.
You think that's what's going on? No. It's just like, if you stay out the way, then you gotta stay out the way. That's what you feel? Like, most of them kids who be getting bullied, bro, they just look bullyable, bro. What are you doing? They look bullyable. Explain. Like, if you're getting bullied, you be like, bro, just chill out with that bullshit. Every kids who just get bullied, they just be like, just get hit every single day. You're not hitting back. That's why they keep hitting you and then punch the bag.
Sometimes they ask him to do more than just investigate.
Sometimes they ask him to do more than just.
자기 자녀가 무슨 일이 있나 걱정된 마음에 자식을 위해서는 뭐라도 하실 것 같다. 저희도 학교폭력 사건을 해결하면서 의뢰사항에서 삼촌 패키지, 그러니까 흔히 말하는 누가 봐도 좀 위협적이 생긴 사람들이 문신이나 시각적으로 아이한테 겁을 주는 거죠.
They're trying to be on scared people. They scare with their tattoos and physical appearance. Let me find out that ain't you really your uncle. Well, I'm gonna beat your ass. Oh, they try to intimidate the boy? Yeah. Boy, let me find. It's not gonna work when he stops coming to school. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Bro, he needs to come to school. He needs to come. He needs to come for at least 2 weeks for me to stop. I ain't gonna hold you. He needs to come for consistently at least 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying, Zaire? Like I need to set a bunch of fake tattoos on somebody's uncle, so they get a fake uncle. No, they get a fake person. So I need him, and I need his car to be noticeable. Shit, I ain't gonna hold it. If like a bully, he's probably not gonna stop shit because he's not gonna be able to come to the school. Not gonna be able to walk around with his kid. I know. That looks so weird. But if somebody came up to me, like some grown person, was like, "Hey man, you better stop messing," like, bro, I might get a little scared. You know what I'm saying? I would get a little scared. And if he comes like consistently for like 2 weeks, like always picking him up and stuff, because if I beat him up in school, he's gonna snitch. I know he will. Unless, dude, if you don't snitch, honestly, you're a real bitch. How much they can afford? Because they can only afford 3 days, and he only want to be 3 days. Yeah, but he's top tier scammer.
그러면 피해 학생한테는 우리 이제 직원들, 탐정들이 역할을 하고 있는 사람들한테 삼촌이라는 명칭을 부르게끔 한 다음에 이 피해 학생 주변에 가족들이 이렇게 무서운 사람이 있다 이런 인식을 심어주기 위해서 그렇게 함으로써 가해 학생들한테 겁을 주는 방식으로 때려달라, 협박해달라 그런 의뢰도 많이 받아봤고요. 이제 그런 것들이 진짜 피해를 오랜 시간 동안 받아왔던 피해 학생 본인들이 많이 의뢰하는 경우가 많고.
Physical violence. Dude, job, bro. Because at this point, you can't really have people fight so bad. I want you to find a way to beat my son's bully up. Dude, you gotta give your kids some fighting lessons, bro. You can't have them always be like out here, you know. Because if I don't know. If I was bullying somebody and somebody jumped in and said, "Leave him alone," I just found another victim. You know what I'm saying? I'm really gonna bully you 20 times worse. I'm gonna bully this person that jumped in 100 billion times worse.
Detective Lee says up to a quarter of parents who contact him ask for such physical intimidation, something he refuses to do.
I know he did on a couple of occasions.
If convicted,
physical intimidation, because he said no, and they said I'll give you 100. I'll give you 100 thou wow. He said shit. I ain't gonna lie. If somebody said 100 thou wow, I said that kid's gonna get his shit rocked. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, dude, that one. Oh yeah, Tokyo Revenge, bro. Said they with a metal bat and put them in the basket every day for 3 weeks straight.
Students aged 14 and older can be sentenced
to... I'm going to develop that shit. That's not going to be permanent. That's just probably going to be genetic. That's just not going to go down with no ice. Oh, dude. 100 thou out? Dude. That's just going to be a permanent too. Dude. 100 Thou Wow? Dude, your parents are gonna call me again to come beat my ass after I'm done. You're gonna say, my son has a bully. I said, damn right, I am the
To
bully.
up to 10 years in prison. But most bullies receive minor sanctions ordered by a school committee, such as writing an apology to the victim or punishments like cleaning the school. For some parents, getting justice for victims of school bullying is a lifelong battle.
On job, bro. I might bully
와보니까 너무 마음에 들었어요. 경치도 좋고 요 위치가 포근하게 감싸주고 있는 것 같은.
Damn, that is true.
우리 아이
Great
데려다 놓은
presentation.
추모공원입니다. 우리 아들이 학교에서 학생들한테 괴롭힘을 당해서 자살을 했습니다.
Yeah, that is tragic.
정말 힘들고 슬픈 곳이었고 지금은 그래도 그게 이제 익숙해져서 그냥 아들 만나러 오니까 기쁜 마음으로 와요.
Lim Ji-yong's son committed suicide in 2011. 13-year-old Sing Min left behind a 4-page letter describing a year of torture. The incident sent shockwaves across the country.
애 이제 목에다가 카세트 테이프 줄을 이렇게 감아서 이렇게 끌고 다니고요. 그 다음에 이제 과자를 바닥에 던지고 그 과자를 이제 주워 먹으라고. 애 이제 목에다가 카세트 테이프 줄을 이렇게 감아서 이렇게 끌고 다니고요. 그 다음에 이제 과자를 바닥에 던지고 그 과자를 이제 주워 먹으라고. 그 다음에 이렇게 세면대에 이제 물 받아놓고 애를 거기다가 머리를 막 밀어넣고.
Mrs. Lim had no idea her son was a victim of school bullying until after his death.
제가 태어나서 제일 지금까지 살면서 가장 길었던 날이 생각하고 싶지도 않고 그런 일이 있을지도 몰랐고 지금도 계속 그 날이 연장되는 것 같아요. 우리 애가 이제 영안실에 이제 들어가 있으니까 확인을 하라 그러더라고요. 경찰이 딱 봤는데 정말 이렇게 밖으로 보이는 부분 말고는 전부 멍이었어요. 그래서 그 막 금방 생긴 멍 이렇게 보라색, 빨간색, 그다음에 파란색, 옅어져서 막 이렇게 연한 갈색.
Sing Min's bullies were charged on several counts, including intimidation, blackmail, and assault. One of them was jailed for 2 years, the other for 2.5 years.
먼저 한 생명이 우주보다 귀함을 제대로 받들지 못한 대구 교육의 잘못을 철저히 인정함과 동시에 우리 곁을 떠나면서까지 절실하게 전하고자 했던 학생의 간절한 메시지를 헛되이.
You have to be a little sociopath, you know what I'm saying? Who drags people with the cord? With the extension cord? Where's he getting bullied at? In school. Huh? Who is there? Like, what room did they do this in? Because I'm wondering, because I don't know.
하지 않기 위함입니다.
Schools introduced counselling services to help tackle bullying, and a special police unit was established.
Okay, dude, that's what I'm saying. How you gonna reposition yourself for another swing, for another miss? Dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. You ain't gonna get no, bro. I promise you, even if these bullies come at you every day and every day you gonna fight back, they're gonna eventually come back with enough bruises to be like, nah, I ain't gonna fight this kid no more. You know what I'm saying? Every day I'll fight him, he's gonna fight back. I don't know. Not me, bro.
But Mrs. Lim says it's not enough. She's now calling for harsher penalties against bullies and more protection for young victims.
나라도 먼저 시작을 하면 다른 사람들이 목소리를 낼 거고 그러면 결국은 숨어 있는 이 피해자들이 바깥으로 나올 수 있지 않을까. 첫 시작은 우리 아이의 복권이었고 그다음에는 다른 많은 승민이들을 만들지 말아야 되겠다라는 게 제 생각이었어요.
Two out of 10 South Korean students don't ask for help when they are bullied, mostly because they think it won't solve their problem.
Don't ever go to a school counselor for games.
After the death of Sing Min,
Oh my gosh, bro. Yo, the school counselor? No, the school counselor will actually make it 10 times worse. They'll be like this. Huh? Dude, literally, they'll be like, can Ivory Averson come to the office, please? So, Ivory, I heard you've been bullying. I'm that guy. He told me you were bullying him. He told me you were bullying him. How many times? 10 times? So I'm gonna need 10 I'm sorry's. I need you to mean them. And after this, no more. Dude, a counselor will literally be like, dude, the school counselor will literally bring the bully in and be like, I need you guys to talk out your problems. I'm like, there's nothing to talk about. Do I need to leave? Literally, a school counselor will be like, do I need to leave the room so you guys can resolve your problem? I'm like, leave the room with this beast on the... Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. This school counselors will literally get... Well,
the government set up a hotline dedicated to school bullying.
117의 신기남 선생님이에요. 지난번에
happy today. You're gonna have to call the hotline.
학교 생활도 괜찮아요? 예, 전화를 해줘가지고 예, 그 경찰에 이렇게 보내고 했었는데 어떻게 별일 없는지 잘 지내는지 궁금해서 드렸어요.
학교 폭력 주로 받는 긴급 전화로서 피해 학생들의 상담도 하고 신고 접수를 도와드리고 있고요. 학기 내에는 150건에서 200건 정도 신고.
I literally look at him. I'm like, bro, can we just have a timeout, please? Because you understand how this was gonna go. I thought she was gonna suspend you, expel you, something. She brought you in here talking about talk out your problems.
신고 접수를 받고 있고요.
Officer Jones works on the night shift of the Seoul Police Agency's hotline.
Not that guy in room 17.
경찰 팀이 들어와서 사조 이교대로 365일 24시간 상주하고 하고 있습니다. 네, 117 신고센터입니다. 여보세요? 예, 그렇죠. 여기 신고한 적 있었죠? 예, 근데 아버지한테 얘기 안 한 거예요? 아버님 바꿔줘 보세요. 다시. 여보세요. 예, 저기 아이가 뭐 얘기를 한다고 하니까요. 아이한테 한번 얘기를 들어보실래요? 어떤 걸로 했는지.
Oh, hell no. This is the problem with school. This is the problem with counselors. This is why I would not tell nobody. They talking about some, have you told your father yet? I'm like, no, I don't want to talk. I want to tell him about it. They talking about, oh, let me talk to your father real quick. So anyway, your son be getting his ass beat like on the daily, like absolute pussy bitch shit. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, if I was you, I would beat his ass even more. So they told me you get your ass. No, bro, come on.
얘는 좀 신고를 자주 하는 학생이고 문자 신고로 좀 많이 한 것 같아요.
Bro, he calls you guys regularly. He sends you text messages. How about you actually do something about it, bro? Wait, like, bro, actually do something about it. Now you want him to talk about it with his father? You know who you need to talk to?
Oh, no wonder kids be killing themselves.
Dude, absolutely. What is the point of a hotline? What are they paying you for? Oh, you getting bullied at school? How about you talk to your dad about it? What is your dad gonna do?
도움을 요청한 게가 어려운 경우도 많이 있는데요. 이유는 가해자들이 신고를 하면
It's not even difficult for them to speak out. It's like there's nothing to. What is that involved? Oh, you call me a regular? Oh, he's a return customer. He's a regular. He's a regular around here. He's a regular. You should start calling, and then you can ask us what we can do. What you can do about it. You can either send touch his phone. After he touches us, he says no. We're gonna ask him if he can try hard to touch his phone. Great. He says he gets bullied almost every day. He gets beat nearly to death every day. Okay. On the hotline, if he sucked his breath, is he crying right now? I can't believe I'm gonna do this anymore. Did you talk to your parents about it? Did you talk to your parents about it? I'm like, dude, please. Eat hot wings on the hotline. Eat hot wings on the hotline. It's crazy, bro. Oh, no, baby, you're talking about. Hold on, what is he about? I'm on my lunch break right now, brother. No, I'm on lunch break. It's crazy this day. Did you talk to your parents about it? Are you scared? I'm sorry, but win.
또 보복을 당할까봐 두려운 생각이 있고 또 부모님이나 선생님한테 얘기를 해도 적절한 조치를 하지를 않고 그 상황만 더 악화되는 경우가 좀 있어요. 그러다 보면은 계속 피해가 지속되기 때문에 우선은 용기를 가지고 제대로 신고를 해서 그 가해자들이 이런 자기가 한 행동에 대해서 비난받은 행동이다.
So they're hoping that the bully would somehow reflect on his actions, and stop doing them. Dude, honestly, I would dissolve this whole department and give money to the victims because it's absolutely useless paying you. You're hoping that somehow the bully will have a change of heart. She can sometimes get worse after speaking
경우가 좀 있어요.
Okay, so the situation can often get worse after speaking out. So I'm gonna be honest. Don't say shit. Don't say shit. But it doesn't help solve the problem. It definitely doesn't help the problem. I'm gonna keep it real. If I get bullied more,
그러다 보면은 계속 피해가 지속되기 때문에 우선은 용기를 가지고 제대로 신고를 해서 그 가해자들이 이런 자기가 한 행동에 대해서 비난받은 행동이다. 그다음에 반성을 하고 처벌까지 받을 수 있다는 경각심을 주기 위해서.
See, the thing is, when you're done kicking him upside the head, you need to reflect on why you kicked him.
Get in touch with the bully.
Wait, they get in touch and tell him who's getting bullied? Oh,
because how are you gonna know about his actions? Unless you're not talking to him.
신고를 꼭 해주는 게 최소한의 피해를 줄일 수 있는 방법이라고 생각합니다.
How do you stop them from happening?
Some teachers are trying to tackle bullying head-on. At this school in Daegu, one of South Korea's largest cities, students are encouraged to write their own musical about bullying to help spread awareness.
학교 폭력이 뭔지 한번 물어보고 싶어.
나는 큰 사건이라고 생각하는데 그 작은
친구들 간에 장난으로도 학교 폭력이 생길 수 있다고 생각합니다.
친구들 간에 장난으로도 학교 폭력이 생길 수 있다고 생각한다. 혹시 그런 경험 있어?
네.
이런 학폭이 엄중한 문제라고 여겨진다고 생각하는 사람 손 한번 들어보세요.
정말 일상생활에 그런 문제라고 생각해요.
너희가 이야기해 주는 거를 선생님들, 서교수님 열심히 적고 있어. 이거 가지고 좀 배경을 잡아 나가려고 하고.
For Lim Min-shi, the school's science teacher, this anti-bullying project is a way to raise awareness, but also to try and help students in need. He named his Students' Association Banchungo, a Korean word for Band-Aid.
다문화 아이들 중심으로도 조금 구성되어 있고 교육복지 대상자 아이들도 좀 포함되어 있고요. 학교 생활에 조금 부적응하는 그런 친구들도 소수 몇 명 포함되어 있고 관심을 덜 받게 되는 것 같아요. 그러다 보니까 아이들이 그 소외받는 마음 속에서 어떤 아이는 가해 성향의 아이로 바뀔 수도 있고 어떤 아이는 외롭게 혼자 지내는 그런 아이들이 소수 이렇게 나타나는 부분을 좀 많이 봤어요. 아이들의 마음을 좀 보듬어 주고 싶어서 시작했던 거고 그래서 저희 반창고라는 동아리 네이밍이 반창고 상처가 났을 때 제일 처음에 붙이는 게 반창고잖아요.
But Mr. Lim says teachers are often reluctant to get involved in school bullying incidents.
Alright, chat, I think we're gonna end it right here, chat. We obviously seen you can't really do anything when it comes to a bully. We gotta hope and pray that they reflect on their actions on their own. You know what I'm saying? Anything you would like to add before we end stream? Yeah, okay, we're done. We're done here.